Alright guys, it's Trevingsley. It's actually been a minute since I've been back on YouTube. It's been a while, but I've had a lot of interesting changes in my life, so that's cool. And I figured this would be a good time to do the new season of Dokkan Battlefield and also like give a little catch-up. As you can see, we have some units here that you guys may not have known about. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one we're going to use, of course, is the boy, and honestly probably my favorite out of all these LRs. LR Super Baby 2 I was able to pull off of the Legendary Summon banner. And I was also able to get a copy of Metal Rildo. He's the only support unit from those banners I have. Unfortunately, Extreme AGL isn't exactly one of the typings that I need one of those support units like that from. Like, on this stage alone, we have 3. We're gonna have 3 on the team: Turles, Cooler, and Metarildo, which all do the same thing. But I would say, as far as an extreme AGL support, Metarildo is the best. And he's also kind of Super Baby 2's best friend. We also got Super 17 on here, who I did actually pick a dupe up of with the, I believe it's the 100 Stone pack plus the Purple Dragon Stone. You can pick one of the 120s, and I picked a dupe of Super 17 because before, Super 17 was just awful. He was the worst. I think he still is pretty bad, but with the dupe, he's a little bit more effective, I'll say. An LR Super Baby 2, it's not really him himself that I really like. I really like his category, and also the fact that he can transform. I think it's really, really cool. Obviously, like, the Super Saiyan 4s are awesome, way better than LR Baby is. But, wow, this is a complete support unit rotation. Turles might actually do some good damage here. But no, Super Baby 2 is my favorite, mainly because of his category, and also, like, in those difficult events, he's king. Here, he's a god. Easy A's, he's a god. Super Battle Road, he can carry you on his back. Like, he is very, very good. And one of probably my favorite of the LRs that have just come out. I was lucky enough to pull both the Super Saiyan 4s. I got a copy of Goku and Vegeta. Maybe more than one copy, or we'll get into it, of one of them. But yeah, the banners actually treated me very nicely. You guys did see one of the summons I did, where I got Super Saiyan 4 Goku first multi. The other summons I did weren't exactly spectacular. I did actually get Super Baby 2 first multi as well, but it is what it is. Let's see, as far as Extreme Tech goes, I did get a dupe of Transforming Frieza from, I believe he's on Vegeta's banner, which is really hype. And that's pretty much it for Extreme Tech. Not a whole lot of changes over here. We'll just bring this team. Normally I like to bring Tech Cell, the support unit Tech Cell, but we're not going to do that today. I did realize the other day that I'm missing dupes for some of the old units in this game, like STR Cell. I don't have any dupes in him. And it's the same deal with the boy Physical Broly. Ever since the Physical Broly got his EZA, I realized not only is he not duped out, but he's not even SA10. And neither was STR Cell. So I'm still working on STR Cell right now. I think he's at SA6 right now. I don't know if I included him in this Dokkan Battlefield run. I definitely didn't include Physical Broly. But anyway, I'm working on them right now because their EZAs on JP have been very impressive. And I'm excited to see, how they work out once those EZAs come into global. Now we're still waiting on Injanemba, of course. Once Injanemba comes through, that's when the game will really change. Because Injanemba, man, he is nasty. He is nasty. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give Tech Cell these, we give Broly these, and then honestly, like, I'm not really worried about getting Super Attack with Transforming Frieza, at least not right now, because I think Broly and Tech Cell will be able to finish off Metal Rildo. But yeah, if you have, I'm sure most of y'all have played through this already. This is more for like archive purposes than anything else on the channel. This is very easy to go through, way easier than the last Dokkan Battlefield that came through. Maybe even easier than the very first one that came to global. a while ago. Yeah, my phone's about to die. What else is new? It should actually stay alive long enough for us to finish this event, though. But we should have pretty much no worries. Like, we're about to go into super physical, show off our extreme physical. I got LR Cell a while ago. I believe that might be on camera as well. I love him. He's very good. I'm still working on the boy, Ginyu Force. He'll get there one of these days. Omega's rainbowed. And then I did awaken this Vegeta. He's almost rainbowed. I did record a video on him, but I didn't like how it ended up turning out. I did a video on him before he Dokkan. Actually, that might be on the channel. Spoiler alert for how I feel about that video. I didn't really like how it turned out. But if it's not on the channel, then that's good, because I didn't really like that video. But Vegeta's very, very strong. He's a very strong unit, especially for the Legendary Goku event. Once that comes around, you guys will really see his worth. I recommend putting orbs, not Kai's, because he's farmable. You can farm him from either the Broly story event or his Super Strike event. Either way, you can get this guy to SA10 no problem without Kai's, and he is going to do a lot of work for you. So definitely hold on to that physical Saiyan Saga Vegeta if you pull him. Kid Buu over here, he's disgusting, as we all know. Now, he's not a high damaging unit, this Vegeta. He's not going to throw out crazy, crazy amounts of damage at first, but his defense is impeccable. It's very, very good. Then, of course, we got Easy A Frieza, who's disgusting, and LR Cell, who I like. You know, he's pretty good. I know Truth has turned on him recently, saying he might be the worst, besides Broly, of the LRs. I definitely think he's worse than Baby, now that I have LR Super Baby 2. I think LR Cell's definitely worse than Baby. But that's not to say that I dislike either of them. You know, I like LR Cell. I like LR Super Baby 2 a lot. Like I said, LR Super Baby 2 in his category might be my favorite in the game right now. But I wouldn't say he's the best LR. No way. Really, what I think makes him more of a mid-tier LR than a lower tier is the fact that he can transform into a Grade 8. I think that by itself, kind of elevates him. Baby's biggest problem is that he's not really on too many categories. That's my biggest problem with him as of right now. Alright, now we're getting into some of the gimmicks. So, this is just like Android 19 right here. I kind of got to go into real Dokkan Tuber mode right now. So he can absorb energy attacks. So you got to make sure when you bring in people, Super AGL might actually be a better thing to do than, or Super STR might be better than Extreme, but I'm going to bring Extreme for the purpose of this video. People like Janemba on here, this Broly, they both don't do beam attacks. This Frieza doesn't do a beam attack. LR Broly, as long as you don't get his 18P, he won't do a beam attack. Let me fix that real quick. And then STR Rose is another good option. And then from there, just bring I bring LR Frieza, because he's not going to get his super, and Omega Shenron just to round it out, because I like him. He's a cool guy. You can my thoughts on STR Omega are out there, if you guys want to find them on the channel. But yeah, this season of Dokkan Battlefield actually wasn't too bad. It was very, especially compared to the other seasons, very easy to deal with. Compared to especially the newest seasons, man, they're tough. The one on JP looks like it's kind of hard. This one is easy, obviously, but the one before this was definitely hard. I believe that this doesn't stick around, if I'm correct. The GT one, it's only for this celebration. After that, it goes back to the one we were doing before with Android 19 and Hit and all of them. You know, God, I hate Hit so much. Kid Buu, are you kidding me? Kid Buu's the worst. I mean, you saw my last video. Sometimes it's just so hard that you gotta throw all the teams except for the last team that'll really do damage at them and hope for the best. Sometimes you just gotta do that. There's no shame in doing that whatsoever. Now this is important. You want to miss super attacks with the LR Friezas or the Omega just because they don't do physical attacks. It's a shame that this Frieza wasn't attacked first, because his attack stat would have literally doubled if he just would have gotten hit. He would have hit for 1.6. I've seen it happen. LR Frieza got that crit. I believe he has 20 crit, so that's why he did that. Alright, Omega's looking out for me today. He's not being a god like he normally is. And this should finish him off. Either Rose, Janemba, or definitely Broly. Broly will definitely finish him off, but SDR Rose or Janemba could definitely do it. I'm not a huge fan of SDR Janemba personally. I'll just put that out there. I know some people do really like him. I think Janemba, especially after his EZA, craps all over SDR Janemba. And I think they could have given him 100% attack and defense too. They gave him 80% attack and defense when he came out, and I don't think that's enough, quite honestly. For a Dokkan Fest unit, I think that's not acceptable. But the fact that he dodges and then he guards makes it a little bit better. But I'm still not a huge fan of it. Alright, now we're going to bring Extreme Int, which is all ready to go these days. I did get LR Vegeta to SA20, as well as Bojack. So they're ready to go. Metal Cooler, you guys know, is always been SA20. And I rainbowed Zamasu. I don't know if I showed you guys that on video, but I did rainbow in Zamasu. Because even though he's about to get a direct upgrade, Inzamasu is very good. He's a very good defensive unit. So if you guys have a lot of Inzamasu, I would recommend SA10 and Rainbow again, even though we got the Dokkan Fest one coming around the corner. I honestly think it's way worth doing that. Oh, I messed up. I wanted to put Metal Cooler and Int Metal Cooler specifically. Oh wow, I left him unawakened. Spoiler alert for Metal Cooler. Since I heard he's getting his Dokkan, not Dokkan Awakening, Jesus. Since he's getting his EZA, I decided I was going to get him to SA10 and also feed in the dupes that I have of him, and I guess I forgot to reawaken him. So it wouldn't have mattered if I put him next to Vegeta, because he doesn't have Shattering the Limit. Also, you can see LR Vegeta working like Evolution Blue because he got hit first. That LR Vegeta is really impressive. So is this LR Metal Cooler, of course. They kind of do similar things. As far as who's better, that's tough. I would probably say that Metal Cooler's better than Vegeta, just because he works better on the categories he's on. But that LR Vegeta is nothing to be messed with. Let me just throw that out there right now. We'll do this. Bojack giving this extra key, as always, is very helpful. You can kind of see right here, though, like, because Zamasu has an attack and defense buff, plus 40% damage reduction, it doesn't really take much as far as damage is concerned. Not that this is the best test for tankiness, because this is pretty much a walk in the park. Jesus. Zamasu's he's very good. Next, I think we fight Super 17, and we'll actually bring, I believe Super SDR? No, we'll bring Super Tech. And I don't think I got anybody new in Super Tech that's super impressive. Yeah, no, but I did awaken Kaioken Goku. He'll be getting a video here shortly. I guess I should explain myself a little bit. Also, probably the biggest addition, I did finally get LR Super Saiyan Goku. Finally did that grind. It's not SA20. I couldn't bring myself to do it twice, but it got done. It got done. So we'll just throw together a team, just kind of a goofy team. I don't want to bring him, honestly. Yeah, we'll do this. But yeah, so I just moved, and that was a huge process that took a long time. And I also had picked up a job and then quit recently. I picked up a second job and I just could not, with the move and all that, I couldn't hold it together. So I ended up quitting that job, and now I'm back on the YouTubes. I'm in a new place. I still have a job, so it's not like I'm, doing bad or anything. But just a lot was going on, and now I'm back and I'm ready to, keep putting out content. Especially since I moved into a new apartment and it's my own, my own space. It'll be a lot easier for me to put out YouTube videos. Because before I would you know, rent a room out at the library, or, you know, make sure my roommates weren't home when I was recording videos. But now I can just kind of do it whenever. So that'll be nice coming up in the future. I kind of want to get back on a daily type content, you know, just a video a day. I was doing 2 or 3 there for a while. I don't think that's going to be sustainable because I'm actually about to start school up again in, it's like 3 weeks I think from now. I'm looking forward to it and I'm not. It's kind of my mindset going into this semester of school. I'm getting close to being done with school, which is going to be nice once that's all over. But for now, just gotta grind it out and, you know, hope for the best. I'm doing pretty well in school though. It doesn't really bother me. It's really just time management, which everybody says, but it's honest to God the truth. If you can just get your stuff done and then work the rest of your stuff around it, school's I wouldn't say it's a joke. For my major, which I'm not going to say it's a joke, but for other majors, you can definitely get by as long as you do your work, you show up to class, and that's pretty much it. You know, you just got to be self-accountable, and you got to manage your time wisely. Make sure if you pick up a job, you know, you can actually do the job. It's not going to interfere with a bunch of stuff. That's really the only thing that like bit me in the butt recently, was picking up that second job. Because I didn't think it was going to make that big of a difference, but it ended up taking up a lot of my time, and just that, honestly, I got the other job for some extra cash, and the extra cash just was not worth my time. And that's how it is sometimes. So it's just something to keep in mind for incoming college students, and also high school students, you know, going into high school or college or whatever. That's pretty much the advice I can give you, is just make sure you don't bite off too much that you can chew, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm all good, and I'm ready to make content, and, you know, I still have, like I said, I still have a job, and I'm about to go back to school, so I'll definitely be busy, but with my own place, I hope to continue to put out content. So we'll go ahead, and I'll spoil it right now. My Vegeta does have a dupe. 6 additional 8 crit 3 dodge. Had to give him the 3 dodge, of course. I do really love this Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And I think, because I have him on JP with no dupes, Vegeta to me really needs a dupe to shine. Without a dupe, I wasn't completely impressed with him on JP. But nowadays, I really... Oh, also, I think it got cut out of the video because I ran out of space on my phone. I did pull Jiren. I've been hunting Jiren for a minute. I'll actually throw him on the team just for shiggles, and we'll make this the team. And LRB Pan over here, of course, is awake and ready to go. She's only SA, I think she's SA 11 actually, but she's very, very, very good. If you guys didn't finish that grind, I think the celebration is about to come to a close, so if you can finish up that B-Pan grind somehow, maybe you've already done a couple days and just like dropped off of it, I would highly recommend that. LRB Pan is disgusting. Probably, if I was to redo my tier list, she would be close to the top of free-to-play LRs. I forget where I put her in my original tier list. I might have to redo it, but she is disgusting. I haven't been super impressed with Jiren since I pulled him, but he is a Dokkan Fest that I was missing, so in that regard, I'm very happy that I was able to pick him up off a ticket, no less. The tickets this time around actually weren't too nice to me. I didn't pull like any of the LRs off the tickets, and the only Dokkan Fest or banner card I pulled off a ticket was that Jiren. The rest of the SSRs that I pulled off the tickets were unfeatured. Not to say that I didn't get a lot of SSRs, because I did. I got a good amount of SSRs, and I had pretty good luck on the banner. I can't complain at all. But off the tickets, at least, I didn't get anything super spectacular. But yeah, LR Vegeta, you'll see what he can do right here on his own team. He's very, very good. I'm very happy with the LR Super Saiyan 4s. People who complain that their super attacks are kind of bland, and I agree, I do. I think they're very much bland, but I do like this Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. After a couple turns is when he really starts to shine. It's weird because they kind of flip. Goku ends up defending better than Vegeta, even though Vegeta gets his full defense at the start of the turn. And then Vegeta ends up hitting harder than Goku, even though Goku gets his full attack buff. So it's kind of strange how they work, but I do like them as cards. Alright, so we'll do this. Oh, I didn't get a super attack. That's not good. We're going to have Toppo heal up a little bit, because I'm not trying to get messed up by Nova Shenron. Also, Nova Shenron's EZA on JP, very, very good. Thoroughly impressed with Nova Shenron over there on JP. And I hope that we get those EZAs kind of soon over here. Alright, I think Jiren's going to finish him off. If we lose, I'm going to be very hurt, but we can still power through. Okay, we didn't. That was scary. That's what I get for not paying attention, though. I'm actually going to throw my phone back on the charger, because it's at 5% now. I don't want it to die right when we're getting to the end of the video. Next, we'll go into Super Physical. No changes here, except got a dupe for LR Bardock. I got him off the Type banner. I was chasing that Gohan in that Super Boo. I was hoping I could get one of them, mainly Gohan. But I ended up getting a dupe of LR Bardock. No complaints there. I mean, LR Bardock is disgusting. So there's that. Actually, let me do this. Yeah. Leaving Super 17 or leaving Dragon Ball Super 17 off the team actually kind of hurts me. I love that unit, but we're gonna do what we gotta do today. And I don't normally give Gotenks any shine, so we'll give him a little bit of shine today. We'll do this for LR, Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. Vegeta's sealed, so we won't give him too much ki, and then Gotenks already has his full super ready to go. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, obviously, disgusting units. Another really good free-to-play LR support unit. I believe it's 60% or 50% defense that they give, and a bunch of ki. They're dodging like champions, too. I don't know what I gave them for dodge off the top of my head, but 2 dodges in a row is rare for me, at least, to see. I don't see that too often with them. Let's see if Gotenks can get over a million. Nah, 800k. He's I think the first rainbow unit summonable that I ever got is that Gotenks. So Bardock isn't going to be able to show off today. We're going to have Trunks show off. Let's see if we can get him his 18Q. Yeah, there we go. And let's check on Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 real quick. I'm curious what I gave them. They have 12 dodge. Okay, so not bad. Not bad. That's a good build for them. I do like what I did with them. But as far as seeing them with that 12 dodge, I don't see them dodge too often. So, oh, are you kidding me? Wow. Wow, Ice Shenron. Wow. That was just disrespectful. I have no remorse for you. Oh, I got a second dupe for my LR Gogeta. That's another thing. I got a dupe on the 3rd year anniversary banner. Oh, well, he can super attack twice. That's good to know. I believe Nova can lock people in place. Or no, that's Omega. Omega can lock people in place. I forget what Nova is doing. But yeah, I did get a second dupe of them. I did give them 14 additional, so that once they fuse into Gogeta, they have more additional than a crit. But they have a decent amount of crit. I think 9 crit is still a good number. And then 3 dodge, of course. You know, they had that before. Who is sealed? Vegeta's sealed. Okay, so do this. That's fine. And then we'll still give Vegeta a good amount of orbs because I think his defense is okay. So this will heal us just a smidge. God, what else do I have to say as far as updates? Oh, the heroes units that are about to come to Global is exciting. It's very exciting. Hopefully those come sooner than later. And then Super Vegeta just said this is over and that he wins, as Super Vegeta tends to do. And then we'll go and fight Omega Shenron, and that'll be the video. for today. I did also, speaking of Omega Shenron, I did that story event, I did the EZA. I have the rainbowed Goku. Show off my new characters real quick. He's not on this. Well, I do have that in Spirit Bomb Goku. We'll go to Super AGO. There's no real big changes over here. Yeah, I did not pull a dupe of AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta, which is unfortunate. I don't really use him anymore, mainly because he's just not... What was I going to say? I really just blanked. Oh, he just doesn't have any dupes. So for me, that's a reason not to use him. But, no, we're still not going to use him today. That's what to say, but we're going to use him today. No, we're not. There's no reason to leave him out, or to leave AGL Super Vegito out. He's too good to leave out, honestly. But yeah, I was fortunate. I pulled, in the video you guys saw, I pulled a good amount of STR Super Saiyan 4 Gokus. Did not pull any AGL SS4 Vegetas, which was nice. But the boy, what's his name? Dr. Depression. He ended up pulling an AGL Vegeta, got super hype, and then was soon also crushingly disappointed because he realized that it was not the right unit. That was fun to watch. I got to watch that live. That was a fun time. But yeah, moral of the story, this stage of Dokkan Battlefield is probably the most winnable yet. So if you're a newer player, or you just have been struggling for whatever reason, I would give this one a shot, because especially like for me, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a whale, but I'm pretty close, so maybe I'm not the best person to be talking about this, but to me this seems like the easiest one of the batch so far. So yeah, give it a shot if you haven't. It's definitely worth it. The rewards are worth it. LR Maju, definitely worth it. I'm going to be showing him off in a video pretty soon. And I'll probably do a news video if the Dragon Ball Heroes cards drop with the maintenance tonight. I'll probably do a video on that as well. Just because why not? Honestly. Nothing wrong with getting some information out there. Nothing wrong with getting some information out there. The reason I repeated that is because I keep getting notifications. I forgot to turn my notifications off before the video started, and I can't decide how I'm going to go about fixing that later. But it should be fine. I'm not too worried about it. And this should be GG, honestly. I'd be scared if I was Omega right now. It does kind of suck that we can't put Super Vegito at the end there, because he would have destroyed him with counters, but it is what it is. I also do have LR Maju. That's the big one I left off too. I have a copy of LR Maju. The only LR I didn't get from the celebration is the GT Trio, but I'm not too worried about it. Don't get me wrong, they're disgusting. They're probably better than Super Baby 2. But honestly, I'm not going to be chasing them. I'm fortunate to have pulled one LR off the banner, and it was a new one. Not to mention, I didn't even show off, I do have a dupe of my Super Saiyan 4 Goku as well. I wanted to, you know, be kind of sly about that. But since I got a dupe in both of the Super Saiyan 4s, and I got Super Baby 2, I'm not going to do any more summons on those banners. As far as like red coin units, for me, the first one I'm going to go for is Kid Goku, Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, because I don't have him. Unless I pull him off of whatever banner he's on. But yeah, that was the GT Special Edition of Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash, aka Dokkan Battlefield. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me show off my Super Saiyan 4 Goku before we go. 5 additional 9 crit 3 dodge, and then just to show you guys that I do have LR Maju, in fact. Where is he? Right there. Yeah, I got my one copy. He's SA20 ready to go. But there you go, guys. I'm Trevingsley. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.